What up, fam? What up, family? Welcome back to the channel. This time around, look, we are still here. We are still here. This is the Beatles Rubber Soul track by track review, album review. This album was released in 1965. Man, these are the last two tracks, all right? And this one is If I Needed Someone. This is a George Harrison song written by George Harrison, and he also sings lead on here. The last song from George Harrison on this album was Think for Yourself, which is brilliant. You know, George Harrison and Ringo, they don't have too many leads on here. Actually, George Harrison has two. This is the second one, and Ringo only has one. But the songs that they do have, they do show great talent, and of course they contribute in other ways. So here we are, man. After this, we have Run for Your Life, and that's it. We have completed Rubber Soul, man. Dope album. I've been having fun. I will say though, to me, the all-star of this album is John Lennon. And it's crazy because before doing this album, I've always said John Lennon is just my favorite Beatle because I was doing their solo stuff, and I'm like, damn, John Lennon is just incredible. And on here, I will say he has my favorite tracks are from him on here, but also my least favorite tracks are also from him. If you have been paying attention. So here we are, man. We gonna go ahead and listen. Of course, I got the lyrics. Let's go. We only have two left. Let's go ahead and listen.
If I needed someone to love, you're the one that I'd be thinking of. If I needed someone, if I had some more time to spend, then I guess I'd be with you, my friend. If I needed someone, had you come some other day, then it might not have been like this. But you see now I'm too much in love. Carve your number on my wall, and maybe you will get a call from me. If I needed someone,
Nice harmonizing.
if I had some more time to spend, then I guess I'd be with you, my friend. If I needed someone, had you come some other day, then it might not have been like this. But you see now I'm too much in love. Carve your number on my wall, and maybe you will get a call from me. If I needed someone,
Carve my number on your wall, right? Um, this was okay. I would say this was probably the most basic out of all the other songs. Again, guys, I know I'm keeping the timeline in mind. All right, I'm keeping the timeline in mind. All right, but I'm just saying, like, I'm comparing it to the other songs on this album. If I were to compare this song to the other songs on the album, everything, instrumentation wise, lyrics, I feel like this is more 1-2. This is more the ABC. Cool melody, still a very nice and catchy melody. The instrumentation is very catchy itself. I'm reading, actually, it says here, fun fact, Harrison wrote the song and is one of his first to be prominently featured on a Beatles album. The guitar riff was influenced by the Byrds. Shouts to the Byrds. The Bells of Rimney. And in turn, the Byrds, Roger McQueen, cited this song as an influence on their later work, a nice musical feedback loop. Oh, that's dope. They got inspired, but then inspired the inspiree. That's dope. Oh, yeah. Again, I don't think there's a bad song on this album per se, but I do think there are songs that are light years ahead of other songs. I don't think on this album there's a fair balance. I feel like all of the songs are really, really good songs, and they always display great songwriting. And these songs are stuck in your head right after you listen to them. You catch yourself while you're washing your dishes. You catch yourself saying these songs, and they're very catchy. But when you look at the writing, I feel like John Lennon shows the most depth in here, as far as he writes about love, he writes about pain, he writes about different feelings and different moods. But George Harrison, Think for Yourself is has a lot of depth to it too. So the album is great, it's amazing. But this song I feel like is the least. It's not the I still feel like this song kind of belongs on this album. I don't feel like the one prior to this fits well with the album. I don't think Wait fits as well with the album as this would. But I would say, as far as songwriting and like sonically speaking, this is the most, I would say, basic out of all of them that I've heard so far. But it's still on par with what they got going on with the whole okay, we're gonna make a catchy song, we're gonna make catchy lyrics, catchy rhythm, and it's something that you could listen to. Honestly, I could just play this whole album, like let it just play, and I don't think I would actually skip anything, because the songs are not long, so that's why I think if I were to listen to the whole thing together, my opinions would probably be different than how I'm doing it now. But anyways, either way, shout out to George Harrison. I've gained a lot of respect for George Harrison because of this album. It's not just that he doesn't have too many solos, but he does contribute in other ways, as they all do. So it's dope. So if I needed someone, it's cool. It's cool. I would put it along the lines of one of my least favorites, as far as I'm looking at songwriting and what the beginning, like the first half of this album builds this album up fire. I mean, even the second half has a lot of highlights too, but I don't think this is up to par with something like In My Life, or with something like Nowhere Man, or even Think for Yourself. I don't even think this, song is up to par, but it does sound good, if that makes sense. So y'all let me know how you feel about it in the comment section below. And the next one is the last one. I'm so excited for this Beatles journey. The minute that I'm done with this album with y'all, I'm going to go ahead and play it, while I run some errands. That's what I do with these albums. Like, when I finish a Rolling Stones, like, I've listened to Let It Bleed a lot of times, I'm just starting to listen to Sticky Fingers more, that now that I could just let it play. And trust me, my opinion would be way different than from when I first heard it. Like, I've heard a lot of the Led Zeppelin albums over and over again, especially the first two. They had the biggest impression on me, but I guess that's because of, it was like me being introduced to that band. So it will be the same thing with the Beatles. I'm pretty sure my opinions now of how I see the Beatles and my knowledge later on will change drastically. But man, I say all that to say we are on the last leg. One more song, man. This has been a dope journey doing Rubber Soul with y'all. I'm pretty sure my homie would be like, yo, you finally listened to it. So that's dope. Anyways, like the video, leave a comment, hit that subscribe button, and I will see y'all in the next one. And guess what? You better be there.